Welcome back to TechKidFX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Vechain, whose current price stands at the $0.02381 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 2.85%. and in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot wave structures, the Fibonacci's, the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out any key chart pattern that you have information on this chart. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. Vechain from the all-time high has been seeing no prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $0.02 mark. And starting my analysis here on the daily chart, after making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that has managed to break above key areas of resistances, then got to the key area of resistance at around the $0.03362 mark. We got rejected and we are seeing a massive pullback to the lower side. Jumping to the 4-hour chart for further analysis. Here on the 4-hour chart, after making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that I was terming as an Elliot wave structure, having that as the first wave, then a wave 2, a wave 3, then I expected a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 4, before we continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1. But that movement to the upper side got invalidated the moment our wave 4 over here retraced into the high of that first wave, and having done so I had to remove this Elliot wave structure from my charts and view this movement to the upper side as something else, and the only way to view it as is just an ABC corrective movement. And after seeing the formation of this ABC corrective movement making a peak at around the $0.03377 mark, whatever I expected next on this other side is the formation of a 5-wave structure to the lower side, and I believe we are seeing such a structure right here, having this as the wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then a wave 5, making its low at around the $0.02149 mark. And having seen the formation of this 5-wave structure to the lower side, we can now name that as a higher Elliot wave count 1, and whatever we expect next after the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1 is the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2, and that means I'm expecting a bit of a bounce here on the Vechain chart. And because a wave 2 is a retracement of the first wave, we can use the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the high of that wave 1 to the low of that wave 1 to give us a minimum retracement area to the upper side in the formation of a wave 2 between the Fib level 0.618 and the Fib level 0.382, and I can mark that target area here on the chart like that, which perfectly lies between the $0.029 mark and the $0.026 mark. So that is the minimum that I'm expecting this bounce to the upper side to take us into, and for that to also play out, I expect us to manage to break above the key area of resistance at around the $0.024 mark. And there are key chart patterns that we have information over here which are supporting that movement to the upper side. And over here on this chart you can see we had the formation of a channel right here, and we managed to break out of this channel to the lower side, and after the breakout we even saw a retest of the lower side of the channel in this movement right here, having that as the retest. And once the retest was in, we continued pushing lower in this movement right here, and that was completing a chart pattern right here on this chart. And if I draw it out, we can have this impulsive movement giving us the first low, then we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, seeing the formation of the neckline, then continued pushing low in the formation of the second bottom. Then right now I'm expecting a breakout out of this chart pattern, which is a double bottom, and this is a chart pattern that normally breaks to the lower side, to the upper side, having the target area of that breakout as the height between the top and that is the neckline and the bottoms. Then once we get that height, we can place it up here above the neckline to give us a minimum target area to the upper side back to around the $0.025 mark. So once we see a breakout out of this consolidation that we are seeing right here after the formation of this double bottom, there's a possibility that Vechain is going to trade back above the $0.025 mark. We also have another key chart pattern that is in formation, which is supporting that bullish move to the upper side in the formation of a wave 2, which is an inverse head and shoulders pattern. And if I draw it out, we can have this as the left shoulder of that head and shoulders pattern. Then we have seen the formation of the head down there, then the formation of the neckline, then the right shoulder is right here, and right now we are seeing a bit of a consolidation in this movement right here, and that was after getting a pullback, that is a resistance getting rejected at around the $0.024 mark, which is a key area of resistance. And this is a chart pattern that normally breaks to the upper side, having the target area of that breakout as the height between the head and the neckline. So using a trend line, once more we can get that height between the neckline and the head, then place it above the neckline to give us a minimum target area to the upper side, back to around the $0.02596 mark. That is so close to the $0.26 mark, and that means once we see the breakout out of these consolidations that we are seeing over here, manage to break above the key area of resistance at around the $0.024 mark, then there is a possibility that Vechain is going to trade back to around the $0.026 mark. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, whether we are going to see the formation of that second wave and then continue pushing lower in the formation of a third wave to the lower side. Also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements we have here on the RSI. Here on the RSI we are trading at around the 54 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movement to the upper side. Also taking a look at the MACD. Here on the MACD we are just about to print a bullish cross, because you can see we are losing the selling volume, and the lines here on the MACD are just about to cross. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.